I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now it's Breida. And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Check, 43. All day.
Hut!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go, here we go, here
so
we go.
After the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Out, 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 out.
Lock!
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
2!
43. Check.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. "12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Kill.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Middle.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Got his man, it's Eifert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant. 11, man.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Here we go. Wait,
Heavy on the edges.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Come on. 2 times. 3 down. 40.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Deep forward. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Rush in. Joker.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
50. You must be treated. Showing up.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Here's Gurley. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
Check, check. I'm scared. Check 15, check 15.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second and 9, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Garoppolo now. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Let's go, man.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hug.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Alert. Check 25. Check 25. What do you got?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Hug.
Watch out.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Check 24.
Under 10. 10.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. On 2nd and 1, Rosen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Check 8.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go,
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike 52. Rip right, rip right. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the back, watch the back.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Interception by the Dolphins. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Here we go.
You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a foot race. 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Quarter. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Bound to lose one. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
61, matchbox, white.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hey, alert, alert. Check. Quarter.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And now there's a scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Walton. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Now Rosen on first down. Green brings it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Miami.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. Let's go. And the Dolphin first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19.
54, right there. 80. Drop deep. Watch it.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are able to cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hug.
Now it's Rosen. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, here we
So
go.
they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the air.
They go counter with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Charlie.
Boy, 43.
On second and 15 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
12, fellas, here we go.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Another carry now for Gurley. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Rosen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's Gurley, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Throwing now is Rosen. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 25 yards that time.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground game here. Gurley trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. of first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Alert! Mike 54! General West!
Right.
What do you got? 54.
Now it's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for San Francisco, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they dipped to 2-5.